Let's talk about laborers and guild islands in Albion Online. This is one of the methods that I'm going to be teaching you that you can use to make passive income, and this one will involve setting up multiple guild islands. What we're going to do in this video is I'm going to walk you through making an alternate account, getting it to the island to set up and buying the island, and from there I'm going to show you how to give it access to get it connected to your main account so that you can use multiple guild islands to start building up tons of passive income. The whole idea is to get a total of 10 extra guild islands set up and have 15 laborers on each. So I am on my main account at this time, and what we're going to do is we're going to use my main account to make alternates. The first thing that we're going to want to do though is we're going to need 100,000 silver to buy a guild, and we're going to need 112,500 silver to make the island purchase. And this is the easiest way that I found to do it because I use alternate accounts on my main account. You will have to do a little bit of different methods, and I'm actually interested to see what kind of methods you guys like to use to switch it between different accounts, because you can only have 3 accounts on every email for Albion Online. So to get 10 guild islands, you're going to need a total of 4 different emails. And the thing is that you want to get silver to each one. So the method I've been using is on my personal island, I have a chest that I'll put valuable items in. I'll give it access to that other account, and then I log into that other account and get them onto my personal island and grab that stuff and sell it to then use that silver to make the guild islands. But if you're working with your main account and the first 2 islands that you make, this is the easiest way to get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to get more gold. We're going to have our gold, but what we're going to do is we're actually going to put in here the amount of silver that we need. So we need, we're going to give him about 225 just so that he has enough to buy like a donkey mount to run over to town. We're going to buy this. Now that gold is here, and if you didn't know, your gold is account wide, so any alternate that you make on this email with that gold, they'll be able to see it. So what we're going to do is we are going to log out here, and we're going to jump onto our alternate account, and I will be right back once we start making that character. All right, this is going to be the main screen. So this is my main account, and then we have Lil Scythe 1, who is one of my second farms because I have a farm on another account. You can see that the account gold is account wide, so it connects through all characters. Every single one of these characters has access to this gold. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make a new character, and we can just like pick one. It doesn't really matter. We can randomize it in any way possible. So here we go, and then we choose a name. So I'm going to do Lil Scythe 2. Hopefully it's not taken. And there it is. We have Lil Scythe 2. Now what we're going to do is we're not going to play the tutorial for this character. So make sure you check this box right here. Don't play the tutorial or you're going to have to run through the whole beginning process again. So we're going to enter the world, and it's going to ask for our starter town. Now every city has a starter town. For us, it's going to be Mountain Cross, but make sure that if you are in like Limhurst, you need like Forest Cross, or you're going to need the different crosses for each city. Make sure that you check the little town, the tutorial town that's next to your city. It's usually like 2 zones away towards the blue areas, and make sure that you pick the right one. So we're going to do Mountain Cross because that is the closest to Fort Sterling. And what it's going to do is it's going to spawn us right in here. It's going to ask us to get premium, whatnot. We're not worried about any of that. We're going to just run our character up. We're going to take this gold and we're going to switch it back over. So it does have a little bit of an exchange rate, but that's okay because we did put a little bit of extra silver in here. And that's the reason, because we are going to lose a little bit of silver due to this difference in the exchange rate. Now we switch it over and we have enough silver on this account to get everything set up. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy a mule. Or yeah, we're going to buy a mule.
Satisfied?
Just because I want to run to Fort Sterling and I don't want to walk. We're going to use this mule to run on over, and I will cut the video and I'll meet you guys in Fort Sterling. So we are now in Fort Sterling and we're next to the island manager. So if you're looking for the island manager on the city map, it's going to be this little palm tree, this little symbol on the map. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the guild icon, and we're going to press guild management, and we're going to go to create a guild. Now we don't care about the symbol. We can just leave it like that. We're going to name it ProfessorScythe Farm 3. And it's going to be 100k. We're going to create the guild. Pay 100,000. Boom. Now we are part of this guild that we created. Now we can go to the island manager. And we can go to Guild Island. And we can buy ourselves a guild island for 112,500 silver. Not enough silver in the guild account. So from this point, you need to go to guild management. Don't know why it does this, but you go to the account and there's going to be a silver treasury in there. You're going to deposit the amount that you need to buy the guild island. It has to be in the treasury to buy the guild island. I don't know why they do this, but it is what it is. We purchased the guild island, 112,500 silver.
The best use of your money.
We now own the island. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run to the island and give the main account that I specifically use all the time access to this island. Whether I am connected to this email or if I make a new email, we can do the same thing.
I can get you anywhere.
So here is ProfessorScythe's Farm 3 island. We're going to buy a journey, and once we're here, we're going to go to this access board. It's going to say custom, and all you need to do from this point is under co-owner, just type in the name of your main account. So mine is ProfessorScythe. We're going to add that, and now this island has me as a co-owner. Now make sure you press save. If you don't press save, it will not save the name. Boom. We have a fresh, unused guild island. And we don't have to touch this account ever again. I'm about to log out of this account and never get on him ever again. This island is now mine, and it belongs to ProfessorScythe, my main account. So now I'm going to switch over to other accounts, and I'll meet you on the other one. Here we are back at the main title screen. We have both of our Little Scythe 1 and Little Scythe 2. We're going to log into our main accounts from this point. And we have our 2 other farms. If you go to the travel planner and you scroll down, you'll see that your farm is in position. Now, to make this easier so you don't have to scroll down every time and look through any island that you have access to, you're going to press this island manager, and we're going to go down to our ProfessorScythe Farm 3, and we're going to star that. And now what happens, if you run away from him and come back, and we press the drop-down menu, you can see both of the farms. And you can't see my second farm right now because we're actually on it. But if we can travel to the 3rd island now. So from this point, we have our first guild hall set up right here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to the 3rd island. Now, this is the part that if you need to take a screenshot, if you need to pause the video to figure out what you need to build the guild hall and all of the stuff in it, this is the point right here. So we want 900 of every block. We want 2 stacks of rough logs, and then 252 on the last one, and 225 rough stone, as well as you want 5 of every generalist trophy, because we are going to be taking this guild hall to tier 5, and we're going to need up to tier 5 of whatever prospector trophy you're going to be doing, whether it be a cropper or an ore, or it's going to be a stone cutter. Whichever kind you use, you're going to want to get the trophies for that. And for this video, we will be using prospectors, but just a little disclaimer, I'm not recommending prospectors. I'm just using it as an example for this video. You can farm up any labor that you want in these guild halls, and I highly recommend that you play around with the market and see what contracts are going for at the time. So the estimated price for a prospector contract right now is about 40,000. Now 40,600, but the price goes up and down. I highly recommend that you check the market prices for the different prices of the laborers. I'll give you a little bit of a rundown here later in this video, but we're not going to recommend any laborers just because when we start doing recommendations, it starts to crash the Albion market. The recommendation picks up traction at all and everyone starts doing it, it'll start destroying the market. So what I'm going to teach you is how to look at the prices and kind of compare and do your own little bit of research on what labor you want to do. But for now, we're doing prospector laborers, as well as we need 15 expert beds and 4 expert tables. So we're going to grab everything out of here and we're going to go to the farm island and I'll show you guys how to set it up. We're just going to set up the building. I'm not going to set up all the trophies and everything. I do have a separate video on the YouTube channel on how to set up your guild island. It is a complete replica to that. I'm mostly just showing you guys how to play with the prices and how to make a passive profit from this. So we're going to go ProfessorScythe Farm 3, the one I just made. And this is the one that I just made myself the co-owner for. So now that we're on the island, we are a co-owner. We can press our build button, which is H on the keyboard, or if you are on mobile, press your little icon up here and then press build. All right, we're going to build a guild hall, which is going to cost 100 silver. So I know that's a bank breaker right there, but it's only 100 silver. And from here, we're going to use all of the resources that we have to build this guild hall. So we're going to fill all the resources in. That is the first level. All right, we're going to go to renovations and we're going to upgrade. We're going to begin the upgrade and we're going to throw in all the resources. All right. Now we're going to take it to tier 4. Go to rent. So there's this little board on the side that has like a little ink pen in it and a paper. You're going to go to renovations and upgrade. We're going to do it again. We're going to fill this bar. Everything that we need. And we do our last upgrade. Renovations, upgrade, and begin. All right, there we go. Now we have a tier 5 house. And the reason we want a tier 5 is for this method, you're going to want to be leveling up laborers to tier 5. And from here, I will show you one of the islands that is fully set up. So we're going to go to my first farm, and you're going to want to set up your laborers in a way that you're going to have the same laborers and the same trophies and everything, so you can maximize happiness. And we're going to be using generalist journals to farm them up. So this is how I have one of my farms set up. Obviously, all of them are out right now. They're out for another 7 hours. I did push this haul to tier 6. I don't recommend doing that because the whole method will get expensive. But to set up, so let's go over a little bit of the math for you guys real quick. To set up your guild island, we did the math on stream and we're doing it here now with all the resources that we had. It's going to take you 1.6 million silver to 1.7 million silver to get one guild island set up. And we are accounting for all of the resources we had to buy to get the guild hall to tier 5. We are accounting for all of the tier 5 furniture that you need, 15 tier 5 beds and 4 tier 5 tables, as well as all of the 5 generalist trophies and the 5 regular trophies that you need. And ore is kind of on the second highest expensive side for trophies. So at least at the time of this video, they aren't the cheapest trophy that you could buy. So to get 10 guild islands set up, a total of 10 guild islands, you're going to need around 16 to 17 million silver. Now I know that sounds like a lot, but the objective is to not set up all 10 islands right here and now. You know, you shouldn't look at your silver account and be like, I don't have that kind of money, I can never do this. The point is this is an investment. So you're going to do it slowly over time. You're going to build one guild island after another. And as you're building up your guild islands, you're going to build up to 10, and then after you get to 10 you can keep going farther than that. You can go to 15 guild islands, you can go to 20, you can go all the way up to 50. From that though, we're going to go over the math that I got for the prospectors, and we can do the same math. We can apply all the same numbers to every other contract, but right here we have a prospector contract to tier 5. And what happens is when you put down a tier 2 laborer, so for example, when we buy the novice laborers that are only tier 2, and we level them up using generalist journals. So you're going to be using generalist journals to level them up. You can either buy them on the market for cheap, or when you're out doing your active stuff, like you're doing dungeons, your open world farming, whatever you're doing, you're gathering, just throw some generalist journals on you, tier 2, 3, and 4. Like just throw them on you, carry them around with you and level them up. It's so easy, not hard at all. What you're going to do is, so from here we have the prospector contract, and let's just say that it's 40,000 flat. We're not going to go into detail on the 641 silver. Let's just say it's 40,000 flat. And you have 10 guild islands. 40,000 a laborer contract plus 150 laborers. It takes 8 to 9 days to get a laborer to tier 5 if you check your island every day and give your laborers their generalist journals. Every single day, it takes a minute, so we time this as well. It takes a minute to go to a guild island, grab the journals from all 15 of them, and refill them with new journals. It takes 1 minute. So if you do that for all 10 of your islands, if you run in, give all the journals to them, run back, and go to the travel planner, and all you do is you hop over the travel planner,
Welcome, traveler.
and then you travel to the next island.
I can wait a little longer.
You go through all 10 of your islands. That'll take 10 minutes of your time. All right, it takes 9 days to level up these laborers to tier 5. Well, it takes 8 to 9 days, but we're going to say it takes 9 days to get all of them because some of them won't level up sometimes. Sometimes they bring back like a blank journal and it just doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. For 150, it'll take an hour and 30 minutes of your time. Overall, in those 9 days, you will have to dedicate, not daily, over the course of those 9 days, you will be dedicating 10 minutes a day, which collectively comes to an hour and 30 minutes of playing Albion Online. That's not bad at all. And here's the profit. For 40,000 silver a contract for 150 laborers over 9 days, you're making 6 million silver every 9 days. 6 million silver. If the average month, let's just say a month is 30 days. We're not going to get fancy with 31 days or anything else. Let's just say a month is 30 days for the math. You'll be making 20 mil a month in silver just from doing this method. Just from dedicating an hour and a half for each 9 days. So an hour and a half every 9 days, that accounts for like, what, we go to 3 hours and then we go to 4.5 hours. So it's about 4.5, like probably like 5.5 hours a month just to doing laborers, which isn't bad at all. And what I need you guys to understand is there's a difference between active and passive income. This is a passive income method. You put in a little bit of time and you get rewards for it. So what we're doing is we're doing passive income, and while this is sitting here doing nothing, you can go out and make more silver. So all this is doing is making you an extra 20 million silver a month, just on top of whatever you're doing already. Right now, premium costs 10.2 mil. So right here, if you get all of these 10 islands set up and put laborers in them and just keep giving them journals every day, you're already paying for your premium. You get an extra like 9.8 mil. Well, it's like 9.7. An extra 9.7 mil a month to do whatever you want with. Your premium is already paid for. You'll never have to pay for premium again or worry about paying for premium if you get these assets and investments set up for these guild islands. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys a little trick for the market so I don't leave you hanging on this. We're going to go to the Fort Sterling portal. And a little bit of a disclaimer, the prices that I was using, like the 1.6, 1.7 mil, that is for Fort Sterling. The prices will fluctuate. But at the end of the day, if you have 20 million silver on standby, you have more than enough to set up these 10 islands. And no, I know no one probably has that sitting around, but this is a good investment. It's worth it in the end. And once you have it all set up, after time, it'll pay for itself in 1 month. And then on top of that, it'll pay for your months of premium to come for the rest of the time that you're playing Albion Online, as long as you just keep going over there and throwing generalist journals in, which it's so easy to do.
Honest prices.
So here we are at the market, and I have mules pulled up because we bought it for our ult, I guess. So here's what you're going to do. We have all of these tabs up here. You're going to go to category, and first off, you're going to go all the way down to trophies. And these are the type of trophies that every laborer uses. So we have wood, stone, ore, mercenary. We have hide trophies. We have fishing and fiber. Generalist trophies applies to all of them. And now if we go to laborers, so laborers, and let's go to like a lumberjack laborer. We're going to press tier, and we're going to go to tier 5. This is how much a lumberjack contract is selling right now, tier 5. Once you get a laborer to tier 5, you can pick them up and put their contract on the market to sell. So we're not actually using any resources from the laborers. We're farming the actual laborers up to tier 5 to sell them. That's where this profit is coming from. In the grand scheme, if each contract sold for 40K, we'd be making 20 mil a month. So these ones are at 37. We can check a different one. Let's check a stonecutter. Stonecutter's at 24,000. Prospector's at 43,000. So, and I also have some contracts up for sale right now. 43,000. They're a little bit more pricey right now. We have mercenary, which is 35,000, which is not bad. It's not bad at all. Mercenary contracts are very easy to fill, and you could probably fill these up even faster using the regular contracts instead of the generalist contracts. We have Gamekeeper, which is at 34,000. We have Fisherman, which is at 39,000. And we have Cropper at 17. So it gets kind of fancy with the other ones because you can't put trophies down for them. Imbuer is at like 49,000. Fletcher's at 50,000. But the issue is that you don't have specific trophies to put down for them except for the generalist trophies. So that's where it might be a little bit harder running those to level them up. But that's what you would do to check the prices for the laborers that you're thinking about doing. You would just use this tab and you go to laborers and, you know, do what you got to do. On top of that, if you want to buy journals, if you don't want to fill up the journals yourself for whatever reason, you can go down here to product on the pull down tab. Go to product and go to journals. And here are all the journals. Again, we can mess with the tier. So we have novice journalist trophy journals. And now we go to tier 3. We have tier 3 trophy journals. And we have tier 4. Well, these ones aren't filled. So you would scroll down until you find ones that have been filled. They're a little more pricey, but these are so easy to fill. It takes 5,400 fame. That's like 1 or 2 open world mobs in a tier 5 zone. Or a tier 6 zone. Like, these are very easy to fill, so I recommend taking these out with whatever activity you're doing, empty ones, and just filling them all up and piling them up in like one of your house chests somewhere, or your personal bank chests on the city. But other than that, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you learned something, and I hope you learned how to set up multiple guild islands, and it doesn't seem as much as of a confusing process now. I know it was confusing for me at first, but now that we have it down, we're going to get all 10 of ours set up and get that passive income rolling. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video, and I will see you all in Albion Online.